Hello, I'm Jackie and welcome to Forging for Balance. Today we're going to do an about 20-minute practice to help lift your energy. You ever notice on days maybe when it's a little cloudy, a little rainy, or maybe when it's just cooler, you're feeling low energy. But a lot of times if you get yourself moving, it'll help perk you up instead of that cup of coffee. All right? Or in addition to it, I guess. Depends on you. So let's get started. I just want you to find a comfortable seated position on your mat. Okay, maybe close the eyes for a moment as we just check in head to toe. Notice how you're feeling mentally and physically. And then let's bring our focus to our breathing. You can keep your eyes closed here or open them back up. Right now we're just going to notice that in and out. All right, we're going to do a little Ujjayi breath today. So imagine you are steaming up a window. Okay, and then as you're doing that, notice that slight constriction in the back of your throat. All right, I want you to keep that constriction. Close the mouth, and we're going to breathe in and out through the nose if you're able. If not, keep the mouth open. And then bring that small constriction back. You should hear a little whooshing noise in the back of your throat. Some people say it sounds like ocean waves. I think it sounds like a little baby Darth Vader. It's a little shh. All right, but subtle. I find this breath really useful when I need to pace myself, when I am starting to work hard in my exercise, or just when I'm being really mindful of movement paired with breath. All right? Let's do a few more rounds. All right, and then you can let it go or keep doing Ujjayi breathing through our practice until we hit Shavasana. All right, then we're going to warm up our necks. A lot of us hold a lot of tension there. Sometimes relieving that tension can help us feel a little better, a little more energized. So we're going to start with just some gentle circles. If you have a sensitive neck, just go side to side in the front. Otherwise, feel free to use whatever range of motion feels good to you. You can go nice and slow. Feel free to pause anywhere where it's extra tight. And finish up the circle you're on, and then let's reverse. Beautiful. Finish it up. We'll come back to neutral. And I want you to take your arms out to the sides. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and back. All right, and then give yourself a big hug. Grabbing opposite shoulders and lift your elbows so they're parallel to the floor. I know showing up on your mat for yourself is often the hardest part, so congratulate yourself right here at the start with a big old hug. So open it back up, squeeze those shoulder blades together again, and then another hug, opposite arm on top, lifting those elbows, bringing arms parallel to the floor. open it back up. Whew. All right, from there, we're gonna take hands down to the mat. Let's inhale, sweep them up overhead. Exhale, release. Keep following your breath. Okay, next time when we hit the top, let's pause up there. Bring the palms of your hands together. We're going to bring them down through our heart center and press down as far as you'd like. We're going to try to find a stretch on the inside of our wrist. For some people, that's going to be up here. For some people, that's going to be down lower. Just work where you're at, keeping your palms together. All right, let's release a bit. We're going to flip our hands over, back of your hands together. Press the elbows down. Feeling a little stretch on the back of our wrist now. All right, let's release, shake those out. All right, so let's take our hands out to the side again. We're gonna bring them back up to the top. Interlace your fingers this time. Exhale, tip to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. So let's flow side to side a few times. All right, last round here. Back to center. Then I want you to twist to your right, bring your hands down. Inhale up and center. Exhale, twist left, bringing the arms down. So let's just flow side to side. Okay, one more round. Fantastic. Back to center and release the hands down to your knees. We'll go into some seated torso circles, helping to loosen up our body a little bit more and start energizing a little bit more. Let's take our whole body over to the right. Inhale as you come across right to left. Exhale as you scoop across the back, left to right. All right, so let's just do a few of these circles. It's okay, even good if you get your hips rocking. Okay, last one. Good, let's reverse it this time. So starting on your left, inhale across the front, left to right. Exhale as you scoop across, right to left. Last one. Finish it up. Beautiful. From here, we're going to move on to our hands and knees in tabletop. So here we want shoulders directly over wrists, hips over knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide to give yourself a stable base. We'll work on our cats and cows. So inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops. Broaden through the collarbones as you look forward. Exhale, chin tucks in, round that spine as much as you can. All right, so let's flow from one to the other. Follow your breath. One more. Great job. From here, let's sit hips back toward heels and extended child's pose. Reach those fingers really far. All right, we're gonna head to a downward facing dog. This is gonna be our really energizing part of our practice. So we're gonna lift those hips up and back. We're gonna go through it slowly up first. So find the best downward facing dog you can right now. Really lengthen through the spine, lifting hips up and back. Reaching your heels toward the mat is secondary. All right, from here we're going to find ourselves in plank. Now, if you're like me, you may need to adjust because I'm long and my plank and my down dog don't always line up. All right, so here's our plank. You can always drop your knees to the mat and do a kneeling plank. And then we're going to lower down to the floor. Hands are staying right where they are. Inhale, lift head and chest in a little cobra. And we're going to lower down. Next time, we're going to press up maybe into a deeper cobra. And then we're going to press up and back, finding downward facing dog again. All right, let's go through slow again. I'm going to give you some more options. We always like options, right? So there's our plank or kneeling plank. Bring it down. Little cobra or bigger cobra, depends how your back's feeling. Relax a little bit. And then cobra or up dog. So you can press up higher, lifting those hips. Gaze forward or even up, depends how your neck and back feel there. And then downward facing dog again. All right, let's see if we can speed that up. Make our movement go with our breath. So we're gonna find, I'm not squeaky today. We're gonna exhale, inhale forward to plank, exhale, lower down, inhale little cobra, relax on the exhale, inhale cobra or up dog, exhale downward facing dog. All right, so then we can just repeat, taking whichever modifications work for us. You can always do the kneeling plank. You can always do little cobras. You can always do full plank and up dogs. Right? We're trying to energize, maybe not trying to wear ourselves out. So keep that in mind as you flow through. Keep going. We'll do a few more rounds. Know that it is your practice, so if at any point you need a break, maybe you want to hang out in one of these poses a little longer to really feel it in your body, go ahead and do that. It's your practice. We're really building heat, building energy, feeling it pulse through us. All right, finish up the cycle that you're on. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Okay, from this downward facing dog, so I'll shift it forward to plank and lower down to your mat. From here, I want you to roll onto your side. Doesn't matter which one. We're gonna look like we're posing, right? We're just relaxing here, lounging on our sides. You can rest your head in your hand. You can rest your head on your arm. However you're comfortable here. You could even grab a blanket if there's one handy. All right, so we're gonna take our top leg, straighten it out, lift it up. We're gonna pull toward our head. Right, so hold on to whatever you can reach, whether that's your thigh, your shin, or your calf, or your ankle. We're just going to take a little stretch here. Let's release, and then I want you to bend your knee up toward your chest, grab onto your ankle if you can reach it, or maybe your toes. Right, and then we're going to push our knee so it's facing directly away from our head. Right, so foot to butt, knee pointing straight down from your torso and head. Getting a stretch. If you're not really feeling a stretch there, you can try to press your hand into your foot and make more of a bow, so half sideline bow. Sometimes that'll help you find the stretch. Or just pushing your hip forward a little bit. Fantastic job. Let's release that. And then you can roll onto your other side. You just back to me. I'm going to show you the back view, just so you can see that half sideline bow from the other side. So let's start with our straight leg. And lift it up toward the sky, grabbing on wherever you can, and pulling that leg gently toward your head. Let's release that leg. We're going to tuck knee up to our chest so we can grab onto our ankle easily. Hopefully, maybe your toes. And then angle that knee down away from you. Foot to butt. Angle down as far as you can. Not feeling it. Try pushing your hip forward or pushing your foot into your hand and coming into our half sideline bow. Always options. Options are our friends. All right, let's release. And we're going to press up to a seated position now. All right, let's face the short edges of our mats, extending the legs long. We'll just do a forward fold. So start sitting nice and tall, toes to the ceiling. Inhale tall, exhale, let's hinge from the hips, reaching for the toes. Taking whatever you come to, whether that's your thighs, your shins, or your toes. Inhale, bring the torso up, and bend both knees, bringing the soles of your feet together, finding butterfly pose. If you wish, you can hinge forward from the hips to intensify this pose. Great job. Let's sit up nice and tall. If you're hinged forward, bring hands on your knees. We'll bring the knees together. You can rest your hands on the floor. Let's just swish a little bit side to side. And then bring feet about hip width apart. Hands on the floor behind you, fingers facing your butt. We're going to do our reverse tabletop. So inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips. Nice new piece of furniture for your room. Feel free to move a little bit here. I like to wiggle and then I find some new stretches I didn't know were there, especially along my spine. All right, let's release it down. Great job. From here, let's roll onto our backs. Let's start by tucking our knees in toward our chest. Give ourselves a little hug again, a little bit different than before. Right? And then maybe bring hands to knees and let's circle those knees. All right, finish it up and we'll reverse the circle. Fantastic. Finish it back up. We'll find some stillness. Then release hands from knees, letting your feet come down to the mat. From here, let's take our arms up overhead and see if you can grab opposite elbows or wrists. And we'll do our supine twist with our arms in this position. So we're getting a little shoulder stretch as we add our supine twist. So let's take our knees over to the right as we turn our heads to look left, carrying that twist all the way up the spine. Let's inhale, bringing knees and gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, taking knees to the left as you look to your right. Next inhale, let's bring knees to the ceiling. And then I want you to take your feet hip and mat width apart. And then let your knees fall together in. So they're going to go, right? Resting against each other, and take your arms, rest them down by your sides. This is our constructive rest pose. We'll all take a few breaths here. Now you can choose to stay in constructive rest pose or extend your legs out, finding Shavasana. Okay? And then we'll take a few moments to relax, not too long because we want our energy to stay kind of high, right? That was our goal today, boosting energy. So I invite you to close your eyes. Congratulate yourself for showing up, even though maybe you were feeling a little low energy before you did. Congratulate yourself on taking time out for yourself today. And then let those thoughts release. We'll just take a few moments, some quiet stillness. Not focusing on any one thing. If your legs are long, let's bend your knees, bring your feet flat on the floor. If you're in constructive rest, let's bring our feet hip width apart. All right, and we can choose to roll to one side and press up, or if you'd like, you can tuck knees to chest. We can rock and roll our way up to seated. And then find yourself a comfortable seated position again. All right, let's seal our practice. Taking hands out to the sides, palms up. Inhale, scooping up all that newfound energy we have and bringing it to our hearts. I wish you peace, love, and boundless energy. Thank you for joining me for this session. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video and you'll join me for more here at Foraging for Balance. Thank you and have a wonderful day.